And welcome back to Love Your Food. This week we have a classic Tex-Mex, sort of on the Texas side of Tex-Mex, comfort food. This is Frito pie. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everyone that we have an affiliate link with Chef's Temp. If you need a kitchen thermometer or meat thermometer, please check out the link in the description below, and if you use code LOVEYOURFOOD on checkout, you'll get 15% off your order. In the meantime, let's get going with our ingredients for this Frito pie. We have some Fritos. We have some locally produced ones, some chili that we made, as well as some refried beans, some melting cheese. We're using some Monterey Jack here, as well as some green onions. And this is a really simple sort of comfort food casserole kind of dish, all done in, one container. Now, we made our own refried beans, we made our own chili, but you don't have to. You can do this all out of a can if you want. You can get canned refried beans, you can get canned chili, and the chili we made is very similar in texture to a canned chili. So we're going to first put a layer of the beans on the bottom, as you saw there, and grate the cheese. We're going to put a small layer of our Fritos. And again, you don't have to use Fritos. Any kind of corn chips that you want to use will work here. And we're going to put just a sort of a thin layer here with some of the cheese, just a little sprinkling of the cheese in the middle. And you're going to reserve most of that cheese for the top. Now, this isn't one of those dishes where you're going to cover the entire top in a thick layer of cheese or anything. It's not like lasagna. But you do want some nice, melty, bubbly cheese on top that gets a little bit of toasty. Monterey Jack is perfect for this. So here we go with our chili. You can see our nice homemade chili. Again, this is a similar texture to canned chili. So if you have a particular favorite and you are in a rush, you can absolutely do this with a canned chili. It's not a problem. We made our own because when you make your own, it just tastes better. It's a little nicer, but not everyone has time for that. It's perfectly fine to use pre-made ingredients for something like this. It's just fine. It's comfort food. Do what makes you comfortable with it. So on top, we're going to add another layer of these Fritos. And we're going to add the rest of our melting cheese. So our nice Monterey Jack on top here. And again, you can use any kind of cheese you like. You can use pepper jack if you want to add a little bit of zing to this. We've got a pretty spicy chili in there, so we wanted to just keep everything pretty simple on top. Those are unflavored corn chips. And they're just salt. And and cheese on top. And that's really it. So, all of this happens in one container. So we're going to pop that onto a baking sheet because it's not likely to boil over or anything like that, but you just want to be sure. And that goes into our preheated oven. And then we're just going to let that cook for a little while. And really, we're just trying to get it hot all the way through. It's a lot of food, so it does take a little bit of time, but once it is done, it's going to have that nice, bubbly, toasty cheese on top. Oh, that is just perfect. It's beautiful. It's hot all the way through, and this is ready to go. So you want to let it cool down just a little before you serve it, but this is ready to go once it's out of the oven. And nice and crispy on top. You get that nice, those nice crispy corn chips on top, and that beautiful melty cheese, and then another layer of those corn chips inside for the same flavor, but a completely different texture, which is really, really nice. And, this is, I would recommend serving this with probably a salad, but this is, all set to go. This is great. Get those nice green onions on top. And that's it. It's super, super simple. This is, the epitome of that comfort food casserole. Really nice leftover even. You can just put that into a container, bring it out and microwave it and put it under the broiler for a couple seconds or eat it cold. Whatever you prefer. This is it's just simple comfort food, and we hope you'll give this one a try. If you like this recipe, please do like and subscribe. And if you have any recipes you'd like to see Chef Caleb try on the channel, please let us know in the comments below. We'd like to thank all our patrons at Patreon. I'll put a link in the description below if you'd like to support us that way. And remember to love your food.